Teams are reportedly monitoring Tyreek for potential trade. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, I've talked to a few teams who are at least monitoring his future a little bit. Could he be a potential trade target now? I know Dolphins earlier this summer were telling teams, no, we're not trading Tyreek Hill, but they just wonder, is he going to be available? It could be wishful thinking. Maybe they want him to be available, but he's a player when I bring up to teams, hey, who's sort of a trade target.
Yo, what it do, man? Welcome to another episode of Li+Sports, man. Today we talking Tyreek Hill. Report says Tyreek wants out of Miami. And I got my man and Ocho Cinco. They're going to break down what they think about the Tyreek Hill situation.
You're watching, they bring up Tyreek Hill. So we'll see. He's a big option for Tua, and they would be a major move if they did move away from him. Ocho?
Yes, sir.
Are they? Will they? Should they? Your hometown team you grew up watching trade Tyreek Hill?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You want a chance to compete in the AFC East against the Buffalo Bills?
Mm-hmm.
You want a chance. You take away one of the most dynamic weapons in the NFL? Are you serious? I love Achane. I love Waddle.
Waddle got nicked in Friday's practice, so he didn't.
I gotta agree with Ocho, man. Miami removing Tyreek Hill from their team will be devastating. There's no way they can compete with Buffalo. At the end of the day, they need to score points when they play a team like Buffalo. When they play the Ravens, the top dogs in the AFC. So, in my opinion, it's no way that Miami can move on for Tyreek Hill.
Play today.
Yeah, they have some great receivers also on that squad, but we talk about one of the greatest receivers to ever play, who is still very viable and one of the best in the game. Top 5. I don't care about that goddamn down season. Come on now. The fastest still in the NFL. We talk about trading them. That makes no sense. Logically, if you're serious about winning, I need all hands on deck. The best weapons I can have. Tua has that. Regardless of their issues personally, listen, I'm not there to like you. Everybody's not going to get along. We come into camp with one goal in mind, to win games and hopefully compete for them Lombardi in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't no goddamn kumbaya moment. Well, what are we talking about? You want your best players on your team, offensively and defensively, so you can go out there and compete on Sundays at 1 o'clock.
Well, let me say this. Like I say, I totally agree with Ocho saying that the Dolphins should not trade Tyreek Hill, and I'm on board with that. But at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, if he don't want to be in my locker room, it might be time to look somewhere else. Obviously, there's some type of disconnect in the Dolphins locker room, and I think there's a disconnect between Tua and Tyreek Hill, and a guy like Tyreek Hill on the trade market. The Dolphins could get a lot of pieces to help rebuild that team, because the minute you trade Tyreek Hill, you telling the Dolphin fan base we're rebuilding. So again, I'm not on board with trading him. I think you should keep him on the team, especially if you're trying to compete with Buffalo. But at the same time, if he don't want to be there, maybe the Dolphins should still start looking outside the box and rebuilding the team by trading Tyreek Hill.
You don't trade him away. Not when they're still this good. What sense does that make?
I think a lot is predicated on Tua's health.
But are the Dolphins Super Bowl contenders? Chad just said the Dolphins is a very good team, but are they Super Bowl contenders? Get in the comments below and let me know.
He gets nicked again, they're going to move on.
How? They just paid him last year.
Tyreek?
Oh, if Tua gets hurt, they're going to, okay.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Totally agree. If Tua have another head injury, it is time for the Miami Dolphins to move on from him. There's no way you can justify keeping him as your starting quarterback and he can't even stay healthy. So yes, I agree with If Tua get another major head injury this year, the Miami Dolphins will move on from him.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Slow down. Come on now. Wait a minute. I don't want help me understand that, because if Tua gets hurt, right? Wait, stay with me real quick.
Right.
If Tua gets hurt, Zach Wilson comes in. Why would you take that weapon away from Zach Wilson, who was also a serviceable quarterback?
I don't want him to hurt himself. You know, with loaded weapons in the house, you got to be careful with kids that don't know how to handle. Zach Wilson don't know what to do with that. And here's the thing,
Right.
Ocho, when people's name keeps coming up as trade target, somebody talking. He said that Jeremy Fowler just said that basically every time he reach out for a name, who should he be monitoring? Why everybody keep reaching in Tyreek Hill's name? You know why? He had a down year. They didn't appreciate how he handled the end of the year, which I told you they were going to be unhappy with that. Because what he got on his chest, Ocho, he got that captaincy.
Yes, sir.
You do things a little different than a normal person.
Right.
So even when you don't feel like it, Ocho, sometimes you got to suck it up like, hey, man, we ain't got no chance, man.
Gotta agree with Tyreek got that C on his chest, and the way he handled last year, man. A lot of people feel they was kind of disappointed. I just took it as he was just frustrated, not being able to compete in the playoffs. But when you got that C in your chest, it's a way you must carry yourself, not only on the field, not only in the locker room, but also with the media.
We down 31-0 at the start of the fourth. You can't come out. You got to go down with the ship. They didn't like how he handled that. There are some other things that was going on. They didn't like how he got off to a bad start. Remember the first game of the season? The police, he coming through the state, you coming into the stadium.
Right.
Got Calais Campbell in handcuffs. They got Jonnu Smith. It's just like, is this too much? And so I do believe the Dolphins had mentioned that, had potentially dangled him out there.
Okay, we're going to stop it right there, man. Before we get out of here, let me give you my final thoughts. My final thoughts is that the Dolphins will make a huge mistake by training Tyreek Hill. But at the end of the day, if Tyreek Hill has become such a distraction, I think the Dolphins should look outside the box, like I said earlier, and maybe look for some good trade pieces to start rebuilding the team. Because once you trade Tyreek Hill, all bets is off. We in the rebuild phase. And I also agree with Unc in the video. If Tua goes down, the Dolphins will move on. And once Tua go down, you definitely will see Tyreek Hill on the trading block. The Dolphins at that point, at that point, are just in the rebuilding stage. Well, to the next time, Li+Sports, and make sure you like, subscribe, and please leave all comments below. You already know.
Your boy Acoustics. Yep. Your boy Big Lou. Lou, baby. Yeah, hey.